aqua uniforms with the orange trim look a lot like the Miami Dolphins of the National Football League. We'll try to give you the lineups for Monterrey as we go along. Play underway. 21 seconds into this first quarter. Again, they play 4 15-minute quarters, and should we be tied at the end of regulation, they'll play a 10-minute overtime, and then if we're still tied, it goes to a shootout situation. First ball over the glass. We'll see that a lot tonight. If you come out to the Coliseum, be prepared for soccer balls flying your way. They fly over that glass on a regular basis. First shot of the night is gathered in by Gorsuch, and Portland has possession.
Gorsuch taking charge early, directing it as he gets the offense started the other way. Heads it off the wall.
Gorsuch sends it long down into the zone. Here's a shot to score for Portland. Dick McCormick with his second goal of the year, and Gorsuch might just get an assist on that shot.
He may. He takes it off the wall, and in the confusion, it takes just that right bounce and a crossing shot going from left to right. Finds a right corner at the front part of the net and put it up on the board for the Pride. They're up 1-0.
Dick McCormick, we talked about him in the pregame show, leading point man for Portland this year. There you see the shot, and it beats McAllister to the far side, and this one's starting out like the last home game, Green, where we scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes and rode to victory.
The Pride has a tendency to get started pretty quick. Not much heritage and history here, but they seem to get started early. The second period, the one that gives them a few problems.
So here comes LaRaZa, already down by a score of 1-0, headed inside. Here's Billy Quick getting control and sends it out to Quinn Ross. Ross up the right wing, runs after it, catches it down on the right corner. Now looks to make a move, back out to Bain. Here comes the captain, or rather the coach of the team. His shot is knocked away. Bain will get possession though, but LaRaZa gets it back in a whistle. We're going to have a penalty or a foul against LaRaZa, I think, and Portland will have a free kick just outside the red line. Portland with possession. Quinn Ross sends it back out to Billy Crook. Crook down the right wing to Ross. Ball knocks off the boards, and Curtis McAllister hauls it in for Monterrey. And we have another whistle and another foul against Monterrey.
Monterrey leads the league, I believe, in fouls, but not, and they also have the lowest in penalty minute. So their infractions are just enough to slow down, stop play, let them reset, not enough to send them off where they're shorthanded.
Martin Hernandez is whistled for the foul, and Portland now is going to get a indirect free kick at the top of the key, and John Bain will take it. Now somebody will have to touch the ball before it goes into the net. Bain looks, goes to Crook. Crook lets fly a shot to score from about 20 feet out on the left wing, and Crook slides it inside the post. And Portland scores their second goal.
Great job at misdirection. Bain out at the top, almost like a point guard, looking at gearing everything to make the kick to the right side of the offensive field. The wall splits up when the ball is kicked to the left, kicks it between a defender's legs, and of course that has taken the eye off the keeper and beats the keeper down the lower left corner. They've done it each side now.
Give some credit to Quinn Ross, who was sitting on the doorstep, Dream, and he kind of distracted the goaltender McAllister, and it allowed Crook's shot to slide by. Is he going to be a big addition or what? Billy Crook already scores a goal here in the first 2 minutes. Here's another shot, it's on, and another score for Portland. It's the other youngster, Jeff Betts.
There was no relation to the Betts, Tony Betts of the Timber fame. Excuse me, this is looking to be a rout, but again, when I got the 3-zip last in the opening game, I said don't get excited about this. The fortunes of this game change very easily. Simply taking the ball off the wall, beating his who was the offensive guy, and finds a way to steal the ball off the glass. A strong right-footed kick, and he beats the keeper on the left side.
Monterrey wants a timeout to talk it over, so we'll break away for a 1-minute timeout. It's Pride 3, LaRaZa nothing. Back with more after a 1-minute break.
All of our children deserve a happy and healthy start in life. Hi, I'm Shirley Hancock. You know, childhood is a critical...
Along with Dream Weaver, the Pride off rolling to start their lead 3-zip. Very similar to their first game at home against Sacramento when they jumped out 3-0 and ended up winning 11-8. Portland has scored 3 goals here in the first 2.5 minutes. LaRaZa now with a rare opportunity to score early on. Here's Kevin Smith at the red line, sends it in. Here's a shot off the board that's knocked away nicely by one of the Pride defenders. Kevin Smith will run it down though for LaRaZa. Kevin Smith, a very large player out there, stands about 6'4" and 200, and that's pretty big for an indoor soccer league player, but he can play with the best of them.
You're seeing a different kind of game tonight. You see passes that appear to be going nowhere, bouncing off.
Here's a score by LaRaZa on a deflection inside. Looked like it hit one of the Pride players, perhaps. It's a shot outside from Scott Gaither. It found a deflection, and it got by Gorsuch. So it's 3-1 now. Actually, it was a shot from number 10, Kevin Smith. Lets it go, and it hit, looks like it hit Megson, number 4, and deflected in.
The fortunes changed very quickly, 3-1, and now the Pride a little bit on the defensive.
Quinn Ross back to Black. Here's a shot inside. It's gathered in by McAllister, and it leads to a break up the right wing for LaRaZa. Early going, first quarter, a lot of fireworks, but we would expect that near July 4th. 3-1 in favor of the Pride. Here's a lob down the right wing. It's knocked over the glass, and Portland will have it out back in their own zone. Ralph Black on the back line, along with Billy Crook. John Bain right now in the lineup, along with Betts and Quinn Ross up front for Portland. Here's Gorsuch getting into the action. Kicks one into the LaRaZa zone. Bain has it. John swings it right side to Ross. Ross, a shot from deep in the corner, goes across the net, no good. But Bain will run it down. Betts now has it, sends it to Ross down on the corner. Quinn fighting, can't get control though, and LaRaZa has it back. Black gets it back now and sends it back into the zone. McAllister looked like he was going to make the save, but it squirts out of the goal mouth. They'll have to play it. Now a whistle at the red line. It's going to be a foul against Quinn Ross, and LaRaZa will have a kick back on the red line. There you see number 5 for LaRaZa. That's Daniel Mora. Up the right side. Here's a nice defensive play by Ross back on the red line, but LaRaZa still has possession. Here's a shot and a save by Jim Gorsuch. Shot by Harry Savarda that time for LaRaZa. Gorsuch with his second save of the night. 10:18 to go first quarter. Portland Pride on top 3-1 on goals so far from Billy Crook, Dick McCormick, and Jeff Betts.
You're looking, you might as well add Megson, as he was the last guy to touch the ball before it went into the Pride net. The last guy to touch every goal so far tonight has been a Pride player.
Yeah, give Megson credit for a goal for LaRaZa, but the closest man will get the goal, and we'll get an official verdict on that soon. Here's a shot
there it
inside,
is.
and a score for Portland!
Rod Bowers. Almost looked like he miskicked it, and again drops between the legs of the goalkeeper. This goalkeeper has now been beaten once to the right to the post, twice to the left. You'll see it here. Gets underneath him, catches gluteus maximus, the buttocks area, and almost doesn't make it in, very slowly, almost slow motion. As that ball went into the net, it's up 4-1. We've still got almost 10 minutes to go in this first period.
Curtis McAllister is off to a shaky start for LaRaZa. We talked about his goals against average being 7.3. Well, my goodness, he's already given up 4 here in the first 5 minutes, and that one was one he should have saved. No question about it. Went right between the wickets, but Bartz will get credit for the goal, and Portland leads 4-1. Here's another opportunity for Ross. McAllister comes out and knocks it into the 6th row here on the near side.
That should have been a handleable goal. That is simply goalkeeper error on that one. It looked like a miss kick, got between the legs, caught part of him, and just dribbled in. Defender out of position in order to try to come over and keep it clear. And they're knocking at the doorstep again.
McAllister comes up, jumps high on a header, and gathers it in. Sends it to Zazino Dos Santos. We've talked about him, the leading scorer, wearing number 9 for LaRaZa. He's out on the field now. Watch out for this guy. Here comes Kevin Smith, though, at the red line. Boy, they got the firepower out there now. Here's Dos Santos working some magic at the top of the key, trying to get a shot. Nice defense there from Portland by Betts, and he sends it down.
Betts marked him tight, refused to let him get too far away. Body checked him, hand checked him. And Santos almost playing with his back to the bucket, looking to spin him one way and fire the other. Didn't work.
LaRaZa trying to set something up, sets it back out to Kevin Smith. Smith now at the top of the red line, goes to Octavio Perez, wearing number 8. Back to Smith. They're very patient in their offense right now, and Portland's playing what you would call a man-to-man defense, where they're just covering every man on the field. It's going to be very tough. Here's Smith, though, breaking free into the lane, and he tries to get a shot away, and a great defensive play by Neil Megson.
Megson did a great job. Gorsuch, you're seeing them play an awful tough defense right at the moment. They know with the big guns in there that a chance to put some big numbers up, and they're playing awfully tight to give Gorsuch every chance to stop the ball.
Here's defense that creates offense. Portland on the break, 3-on-2. With possession is Glenn Lurie. Lurie out in the right wing, and he's going to be tied up, and the ball's taken away, but a penalty at the last minute. Lurie bails out with a penalty from the referee.
Lurie held the ball much too long on that one.
Yeah.
He had a trailer there, should have gotten out of the area and left the ball behind for a chance to shot on goal or put it up against the glass to bring it down so more of his teammates could have gotten into the action.
Here's a shot and a miss, and a save by McAllister. Shots early on. Portland dominant 7-3 as far as the shots on goal, and it shows in the scorecard. They lead 4-1 halfway through quarter number 1. Working it around down there for... Here's Hernandez with a shot inside and a goal. Actually, check it. It's Harry Savarda.
The trouble with this play started much before this when there was a shift change, when they had a line change. The Pride came out and they were trailing the play with their players getting onto the field. Some confusion in front of the net, and simply right here, Gorsuch is left all by himself. He gets a foot on the ball, but now there's nobody back far enough on that side of the net to keep the ball from going in.
Mora will get the assist. Savardo will get the goal for LaRaZa. We have a timeout on the field. 4-2 in favor of the Pride. Back with more after a 1-minute break. Back to live action. Portland Pride have possession. Rubio with a shot that hits the post. Abraham Rubio almost gets goal number 5 for Portland, but it just did hit the post. Certainly beat McAllister to the left-hand side. So LaRaZa dodges a bullet there. And here come the aqua jerseyed LaRaZa team, but they lose control. Here's a board ball down to Rubio. Let's try again. Hits the post again, or just about 3 feet wide of the post. Rubio's letting it fly down in that zone. All over him this time, but LaRaZa breaks the zone. Here's a nice play by Cook, but a handball, unintentional handball, and a free kick for LaRaZa, so they still have possession. 4-2, Pride on top. Good play there by Jeff Betts, the youngster who was added to the team on a special supplemental draft earlier this week. John Bain, behind the back pass to Betts, over to Ross. Ross to Black, lets it fly, scores! Ralph Black from the left corner. Again, beats McAllister, just rifles it past him. And Portland now on top 5-2.
Another one McAllister should have had.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that. If you're the LaRaZa coach, you've got to be looking at this pretty hard. Takes it left-footed, a lot of ball play out on top as they swing the ball from right to left, starting with John Bain. Left-footed shot and sneaks in between the keeper and the left side of the goal. But again, he should have had a hand on that, a body on that one, and kept it in play. It's 5-2 with the 6 minutes to go. This is an amazing first quarter.
Ralph Black with his 6th goal of the year. Portland leads 5-2. Their most goals scored in a quarter this season for Portland is 5, so right now they're at that total. And there's still over 5 minutes to go in this opening frame. Here's a shot off the post. Of course, they couldn't get to it, but it's safe, doesn't go into the net, and LaRaZa still has possession. Kevin Smith now way back on his own red line. Sends a lobber up the right wing. Nice pass into the corner to Martin Hernandez. Hernandez with a left footer, knocked away. Hernandez will run it down, though, for LaRaZa and send it back out to Smith. Smith now goes to Dos Santos. Dos Santos loses control. Nice defense for Portland. Running it down, though, is Marco Lopez. Lopez loses it. Here comes Lurie on the Betts on the fast break. Checking it was Rob Bartz on the fast break. My mistake. But he lost control of it, trying to do a dipsy-do move, and Lopez would have none of it.
Bartz just hung in there and finally won control of the ball and started the fast break. Gutsy player, real tough.
Kevin Smith with a shot that's blocked away by Garrett Smith. Leads to another break for Portland. They're really running here in the first quarter. Quinn Ross will finally come off. Rubio runs onto the field. It's Abram and John Bain. Rubio. Double team, sends it back out to Megson. Megson over to Smith. Down in the left corner. Here's a great pass. Rubio with the shot and the goal. What a tremendous pass. from Jeff Betts.
An amazing play.
To Rubio, who was running full speed and just let it fly. No chance this time for McAllister.
A no-looker, looks just casually over his shoulder, kicks it with the bottom of his foot, drops it off, almost like clearing out on a fast break. Let the guy take it down the middle of the paint into the net and just blast it in. And you're seeing one of the common rules: if you're in a space, empty that space. If you're see an empty space, try to get into it. They pulled it off perfectly, and it results in another goal. 6-2 here.
I'll tell you what. You know, we talked about how important the addition of Billy Crook and Jeff Betts would be. We're seeing it here in the first quarter. Crook is... Ross couldn't quite handle it, though. Well, this Jeff Betts is going to be fun to watch this year for the Pride. Here's LaRaZa down in the left corner. Hernandez loses control. Gorsuch comes out and dives on it and makes the save. Jim now will toss it up the left wing to Rubio. Rubio chests it, gets control, hands to, or rather kicks it over to Betts. Betts lost it. Here comes LaRaZa. Right at midfield. Up the right wing now comes Savarda. He has a goal tonight to Rubio. Rubio cannot pass it back to his goaltender unless the goaltender kicks it. That's to increase that safety valve situation. Here's an opportunity for Portland that McAllister makes a nice save on.
Coach John Bain giving it all he could. I'm not sure that all of those moves were legal, but nobody called it.
Octavio Perez sends a shot that just misses wide to the left-hand side. LaRaZa will run it down, though, on the rebound. Back out to Savarda. He'll send it way back out to Daniel Mora. That's Mora wearing number 5. Back over to Kevin Smith. Smith, one of the best players in this league, bar none, wearing number 10.
If you had a look at the last shot by LaRaZa, it was going in the same general direction of the goals that beat Gorsuch in the opener here. Those at high and right.
Down on the left wing, inside the zone is Savarda. He sends it back out. Over to Kevin Smith. There you see Smith wearing number 10. You see 2:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Portland has exploded for 6 goals. They lead 6-2. Scott Gaither wearing number 2, a big man, stands about 6'4". Back to Smith. This is the stall offense for LaRaZa. Nice move by Gaither, getting around Black, puts one into the zone. It's up high. Gorsuch leaps and makes the save. Rolls it out to Black at the red line. Ralph up to the midcourt line, back to Gorsuch. Now he cannot touch the ball with his hands after getting it. And putting some pressure now is Marco Lopez. Black and Gorsuch playing catch back on the red line. Gorsuch will let it fly now, looking way into the LaRaZa zone. And that's Jeff Betts down in the left corner. There you see a good camera from the low angle. Jeff Betts sends it back out to Crook. Out of McCormick. Here's a shot that runs over the crossbar and up into section 22. Good crowd on hand tonight, Dream. I'd say about 4,000 or 5,000.
Looking for a little bit more, but I think after they've been gone for a number of weeks, that after reading or listening to the broadcast tonight, that they'll be back in force for the next home game a week from tonight, I believe.
They keep playing this way. They might pack this joint. This is quite exciting. 6 goals in the first quarter. That's a new record for the Pride. LaRaZa trying to get something started before the end of the first quarter. A minute to go now in this opening quarter. Portland out shooting Monterrey 12-5 here in the first. This is Quinn Ross at midfield. Sends it back. LaRaZa gets it back. Pace has kind of slowed down here the last couple of minutes. Kevin Smith sends it in. Here's a shot and a nice save by Gorsuch. Diving to his left to save a ground ball. And he sends it up to McCormick deep in the LaRaZa zone. Dick McCormick, double team, sends it back out to Abraham Rubio. He has 2 goals tonight. Rubio triple team, lost control, and LaRaZa will get it back. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Maybe time for one charge from our friends from Mexico. Across the center line comes Smith. Smith back out to Dos Santos. Dos Santos to Lopez. 10 seconds. Lopez inside the line, sends it in. Here's Dos Santos, lost control. Smith with a blazing shot, and he hits it deep into the corner. What a shot by Kevin Smith. 4
seconds to go, and a well-worked play, and it doesn't look like it. To me, it didn't appear that he was the guy supposed to take the shot. They double team you right inside what would be the key area. Off to the left, and then a strong shot. Gorsuch had no chance.
That was beautifully executed by LaRaZa, as it was the deadly combination of Dos Santos to Smith, and it's 6-3. That could be a big, big goal as the first quarter now will come to an end. 9 goals here in the first quarter as the action is aplenty here at Portland's Memorial Coliseum. As Dream, you see this shot by Smith. Watch the pass by Dos Santos. Almost a no-look pass here, and Smith will just come in and rifle it.
Loses control of the ball. He's trying to dribble, set himself up for a left-footed shot. Smith comes in at the top and booms a right footer to the lower right side. Gorsic still looking for what he thinks and should be the play. A simple mistake, and they're able to convert.
6-3 our score after the first quarter. We'll come back with second quarter action from the Memorial Coliseum right after a 1-minute time. Got to be in position.
And he's got to be in position. Another one just caught looking. In honesty, that he has not moved well. He has not moved out to correct the angles, and he is not thinking a play or two ahead. He is concentrating on the ball. He is not and whoever has the ball, he is not looking to where the other players are. You look at Gorsic, constantly his head is turning and directing players. He sees a player off with his peripheral vision that could be trouble. He's getting someone over by yelling to them to get that mark, to spot him, so that makes his job easier.
There you see Curtis McAllister, 24 years old, the youngster for LaRaZa, who had a rather rough first quarter for Monterrey, Mexico, but we need not tell you that this lead anything but safe. As there you see Dos Santos and Gorsic having some words back there. This LaRaZa team averaging over 10 goals per game. So even though Portland's got 6, hey, they're going to have to score a lot more if they want to beat this team.
Some problems we've seen 2 different times tonight. Almost a pop, a fly right near the goal mouth up against the glass. Gorsic's got to go up and get those. If it catches any part of that glass and drops down, that is a sure goal. He gets up with Dos Santos and a little pushing and shoving and maybe a little trash talk down.
Make him go back.
Trash talk in the CISL?
Well, it would be interesting. One speaks English and the other doesn't. We'll have to call over an interpreter so that they can tell each other what they've said.
Here's Scott Gaither inside the red line as LaRaZa goes to work. This is Dos Santos sending it back out to Gaither. We're at number 2. They'll kind of play the safety valve back there right now for LaRaZa. Pass inside to Lopez, over to Dos Santos. Again, Dos Santos, the leading scorer on the year so far in the league, wearing number 9. Very talented. He set up that last goal. Here's a shot from the red line by Gaither that's blocked away, but Scott will run it down for LaRaZa. Down on the right corner, this is Lopez. Marco Lopez, wearing number 20. Over to Dos Santos. Zazino Dos Santos. Now to Smith. Smith, a shot that rifles off the glass. LaRaZa will run it down, though, and get one more chance. You talk about a loaded front line. Right now they got Smith, Dos Santos, and Lopez. About 60 points between them through 6 games. Dos Santos now will be called for the penalty as he got a little bit too physical that time with Dick McCormick. Solid defense there from Portland. Never did allow LaRaZa a good quality shot.
The advantage of Billy Crook's long legs. He's able to stick that foot around in front of Dos Santos to keep him from getting control of the ball. He's just hanging around the goal mouth looking for a garbage goal. A target man. They're spotting him, trying to get it to him. He's trying to turn and spin it and play off the wings. Could be trouble if the Pride let them continue with that.
Not a good pass by Ralph Black from Portland, leads to a LaRaZa break. Here comes LaRaZa. Perez with a shot blocked away by Black, so he turns a positive or a negative into a positive. 2-on-3 break for Portland. A leader for Quinn Ross. He can't get there. Coming out, McAllister will knock it down the other side. Billy Crook sends it back to John Bain, the head coach, back out on the floor. Bain back in his own zone, sends one up the right wing. This is Jeff Betts. Check it, it's Rob Bartz. Bartz trying to work something at the red line, loses control. Crook after it, but running it down for Monterrey is Jose Luis Hernandez. Hernandez now down the left wing, has a shot, but a nice play by Betts, gets it away. Here's a header into the zone. Up high is Gorsic to bring it down. Megson now will have control for Portland, back to Bain. Bain sends it into the left corner for Quinn Ross, wearing number 17. Ross double teams at the red line and sends it back into the Portland zone. Now to Bartz. We're checking, it's Betts. Betts lost it, gets it back. Now to Megson. Megson bounces it off the board, gets it back to himself. Now to Bain in the right corner, looking to work something, lost control, and LaRaZa has it back. Garrett Smith gives chase back in his own zone, kicks it out of the zone, and LaRaZa will have it back with possession. Kevin Smith sends it to Scott Gaither, wearing number 2. Now back out to Smith. Smith kicks one down to the red line, and now LaRaZa just trying to work some kind of a half-floor offense, if you will. Here's Dos Santos, lets it go, and it just has hit the post. It beat Gorsuch and hit the post. Nice looking shot that time from Dos Santos. Another foot inside, and that's a goal.
Doesn't take him long to lock and load. He gets the ball settled and fires a shot very quickly.
LaRaZa still with possession. Kind of a quiet start to the second period, especially compared to the explosion of the first. He had 9 goals in the first period. We're 5 minutes into the second quarter with hardly a shot, let alone a goal. Good solid defense from both teams so far. Here's Portland with an opportunity. McCormick one-on-one against Smith. Now LaRaZa will come back and it'll be more like a 1-on-3, and McCormick will bring it back out. Now to Rubio. Abram Rubio into the zone. He's triple teamed in the right wing, gets around, sends one off the boards, but it's too far, and hits it back out to midfield. Crook will head it back to the red line, though. And the Pride has possession. 10 minutes to go, first half. Portland on top 6-3 here at the Coliseum. Ralph Black comes into the game now. Also Glenn Lurie out on the floor for Portland. John Bain will sit down. Checking it, Bain still in. Here's Bartz with a shot deflected by Lurie and goes wide. Bain back out to Bartz. Rob, the youngster from the University of Portland, shoots home with the left foot. It's about 8 feet up over the bar and into the stands.
And looking, you'll see Rob Bartz leaning back. Anytime you're leaning back, you're going to have elevation on the ball, and you're going to probably miss the glass. You won't have a chance for the rebound. He needs to get down over that ball a little bit from the waist up. Needs to be leaning forward.
Here's Daniel Mora for LaRaZa. Sends it back out to McAllister, the goaltender, and he'll try to set up something as he's back at the red line all by himself. Sends a long shot down into the left wing. It's up and over the glass. So this will be a free kick for Portland. Tuned our way late. Portland again scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes. Actually, the first 2 minutes, they led 3-0. And since that time, it's been pretty evenly played as Portland still has a 3-goal advantage. It's now 6-3. Goals so far from Portland, 2 from Abram Rubio, 1 from Crook, 1 from Bartz, 1 from Black, and 1 from the youngster, the new addition, Jeff Betts, who's played very well in his Pride debut. Speaking of playing well, Billy Crook also gets control here. But LaRaZa will run it down. Steve, what's changed as far as the pace here in the second quarter? Why are we not seeing as many opportunities?
Portland is not running. They were fast breaking in the first period. They may be taking a breather. They are nursing a 6-3 lead. They may be looking just to hold up and play some defense here during this period for a while, almost like a boxer who comes out and says, I'll give you the first 2 minutes or first minute and a half of the round while I rope a dope, and then come back strong as you catch a blow. I think that's part of it. Also, you're seeing a little bit stronger attack by LaRaZa. They're dominating, keeping the ball down at midfield. They're winning the game at midfield at this point.
Scott Gaither has possession for LaRaZa, sends one in. Ralph Black heads it high up near the red line. Rubio gives chase, gets it down. Check it, it's Nongitong now into the game. Nongitong with a break, and a great save there by McAllister. Stoned him at the, right there. Here's Nongitong inside again. Here's a shot and a score from Rubio. Persistence pays off.
Key to this goal was not letting the ball get back past midfield, getting it back out of midfield, down in the corner or into the goal mouth area where it can be trouble, and they just out-hustled. They are winning the 50-50 balls. You see it sent back in, settled, and now moved across. Now goalkeeper is out of position at this point. Rubio, quick left foot, controls it, gets it down, gets a good shot. He has got an open net. Goalkeeper McAllister has nothing to do but look on.
Another big mistake, too, made by Scott Gaither, the defender that time. If you go down like that, you got to make sure you get that ball out. He did not. It left Rubio wide open. Timeout on the field. Portland now surges to a 7-3 advantage. We'll come back after a 1-minute timeout.
All of our children deserve a happy and healthy start in life. Hi, I'm Shirley Hancock. You know, childhood is a critical time for developing self-esteem, building relationships, just learning the basic skills. Getting our children off to a good start will help them the rest of their lives. For free parenting information, counseling, and referrals, call us at the Oregon Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse. Help all children receive the care they deserve and build a better future for everyone.